Welcome to Learn and Let Learn Learning with Balram. Today I'm going to tell you how to solve alternate day model problems in time and work series. So the question says like X and Y can do work in 10 and 20 days. They work on alternate days. If X starts the work, how many days will the work takes to complete? So focus on here alternate days. What does alternate day means? So if X is starting the work, so for one day he's gonna take a break of one day and Y comes to work and then again X comes. So the cycle continues. So they come on every 2 days. You're gonna have X and Y working. So if you want to solve such kind of problems, I would suggest you to divide this complete question into parts of X and Y working together. Suppose so this is one, this is two. So I'm gonna divide them into some cycles. So first step in solving such type of problems is first you should find out how much work they are doing in 2 days. Okay, in 2 days how much is the total work done by both an X and Y combined. So for that we know that X can do work 1 by 10th part of the work in one day and Y can do 1 by 20th part of the work in one day. So total work in 2 days, that is in one cycle XY, total work in 2 days is what? Nothing but 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20, which is nothing but 3 by 20. So in 2 days, that is in one cycle, they're gonna finish 3 by 20th of the work. So in unit method, if you haven't seen the video on two different methods, please click on the link above so you can go through the unit two different methods on solving time and work problems. So in unit method, total work is considered as 1 unit. So if 3 by 20th part of unit is finished in one cycle, how many cycles will it take to finish 1 unit is what you have to find out. And the step 2. Step 2, you have to find out total number of cycles taken to finish off this 1 unit. That's how you get total number of days. So 1 unit, to complete 1 unit, how many days is it taking? And to complete 3 by 20th unit, it is taking one cycle. Okay, or one cycle or 2 days. So now when you check it out, when you cross multiply, check it out, X is nothing but 20 by 3. 20 by 3 is what? 6.666, so on. So it will be 6.67 bar. So X value is, so if you round off this to the lowest integer, you have to round it off. So you get 6 cycles, right? And there's still some work remaining. 0.67 work is remaining after 6 cycles. So 6 cycles is what you get here. So 6 cycles, in the sense one cycle is equal to 2 days and 6 cycles is nothing but 6 into 2, 12 days. So now you have 12 days plus, because there is still some 0.67 part of the work left to do. So 12 plus some days. So now X and Y worked for 6 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. That is 3 cycles. So you have 6 cycles, 12 days like this. This day will continue up to 6 cycles, and 12 days it takes to finish off 6. And there is still some part of the work remaining. So how much, the third step is how much work. So step 3 is how much work is remaining. How much work is remaining after 6 cycles? After 6 cycles. So we know that in one cycle 3 by 20th part of the work is finished, right? So 6 cycles, how much work is finished? So in 6 cycles, 6 into 3 by 20th part of the work is finished, which is nothing but 9 by 10. So total work is 1. So finished of work in 6 cycles is 9 by 10. So remaining work after 6 days is nothing but 1 minus 9 by 10, which is nothing but 1 by 10. 1 by 10th part is remaining after 6 cycles. So we have 6 cycles, right? You have XY, 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 XY working on for 6 cycles. you have 6 cycles. Now what? So you have 12 days done. Now still there is 1 by 10th part of the work remaining. Now who has to come to work? So now X comes to work. We know that X take 1 by 10th part of the day, 1 by 10th part of the work in one day. So next day when X comes, he exactly has 1 by 10th part of the work left for him. So he finishes off the complete work the next day when he comes to the work. So 12 plus X is working on the extra day, that is 13th day, which is 13 days. And since total work is finished, there is no need of Y to come into the picture. So it takes total 12 days plus 1 day that X is coming to finish off this 1 by 10th part of the remaining work. So total days to finish the work is 13 days. This is how you solve the problem using this cycle method. So always try to follow the steps very much clearly. The step one is you have to find out how much work is done by each of them for the one cycle. So that this is how you do it. You have to add and find out the total work for one cycle. And now in the step 2 you have to find out how many cycles will it take to finish off total work, and you would get some decimal number or direct number. If you are getting a decimal number, you have to round it off to lower decimal number, that is 6.67 is rounded off to 6, because and the remaining work is done extra, so extra of the cycle. Now, to after finding out the number of cycles, you have to calculate the number of days per by taking the cycle period. The cycle period here is 2, because for every 2 days the cycle is repeating. So you have 12 days. In the step 3, you have to find out how much work is remaining after 6 cycles. So after 6 cycles of working, how much more work is remaining? How will you get that? So for one cycle you are finishing 3 by 20th of work here. And for 6 cycles you are finishing 9 by 10. The remaining work is you have to subtract from total work the remaining work is obtained like that. So after finding out the remaining work, all you have to do is you have to come on individually. Like if X is coming now and Y is coming. So if the same question is like Y is starting the work, so for 6 cycles the procedure remains the same. If I say Y is starting the work here, then for 6 cycles the procedure remains the same. For the last cycle, it will be like 1 by 10th part of the work is remaining. 1 by 10th part of the work is remaining. Now Y comes, he could do only 1 by 20th part of the work. So Y comes and he does his part, and remain still there is 1 by 10, right? He finishes a 1 by 20th part. The remaining is 1 by 10. So this 1 by 10th is left for again for Y and to come again for X to come, and for sorry, 1 by 20 is left. 1 by 10 minus 1 by 20, 1 by 20 is left for X to come and work. 1 by 20 is finished off by X in half a day. So it takes 13.5 days if Y is starting the cycle, and it takes 13 days if X is starting the cycle. So this is how you solve the alternate day model questions in time and work. Glad you liked the concept. Please do like and subscribe and share. Thank you.